Okay, it's recording.
Okay,
All right, Yaakov, what you got?
yeah. So I would like to show you 2 or 3 projects that we did here and maybe can be useful in other parts of the world.
Good.
As you know, in the last almost year and a half, we have a lot of volunteers that would like to try new things and ask us for, things to do. One of the things that we found that people without hand has a problem to use a smartphone. Usually what they are doing, they are putting it like this and using only one finger, and they have now later more, they have problems, first of all here, but also they're working very slow. So what we designed is a kind of a watch, okay, that you can put, okay, and here it is a magnetic plate, a commercial one that we are using. So they can put the phone like in a car and they can use the full hand, exactly. So like this, okay. I have to say that the magnetic part is a commercial one to assure that there will be no damage to the smartphone.
Sure.
So we are buying. Here you have a kind of option to put it, to the angle that you like, because there are also commercial ones like this one that we bought, from China. They are good, but the problem is that you don't have the freedom to change the angle. So therefore, I can tell you that we have now 3 people that are using it, and it is very, very successful. We are starting now to prepare tens of this solution that people are asking for.
Fantastic.
Sorry?
It's fantastic. Does it have a name?
Not yet. Not yet. I have to say that this part, okay, is a commercial one again. So it will be, and of course here I can show you how we put it. Just a second. So the central part,
yep,
we print. These days we are doing it in a commercial printing. So it will be nice, like something that you bought in the shop. And
yes,
this part we take from the parts that we buy, as I said, to be on the safe side that there will be no damage to the smartphone. And of course, then you can put it and it works.
Lovely.
Second thing that we, I think, improved, because I saw that you showed something similar at the beginning.
Yes.
It is this end. Sorry, can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the idea is that this is a replacement for the hook. So people with a new hook, usually, they don't like to go to social events and so on because, the hook is not something very successful and modern. It is functional.
Right.
But so we improved design that we got from you, I think, from e-NABLE somewhere.
Yeah.
Here we have an interface directly to replace the hook. Here you can connect the hook directly, so you can operate it. It is not.
Sorry. Show me the operation of the hook.
Like this.
Oh, I see.
You see?
Yes, interesting.
This part goes the small ball of the hook. Just
right.
A second. Try to see, it's black, so it is problematic. You see here.
Yes.
Here you can enter. So if it is in the right length, it is functional.
And where is that anchored? Where is that cable attached? Is it to a shoulder harness?
Yeah, the regular one. You take out the hook, you put this, and you put the small ball here, and that's it. Now, few more things. First of all, you can open here. Let me show you. How can I show it? We have a kind of a small table here.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
So if you have a glass, it will not fall down. And
We had that also. Go ahead. Yeah.
Inside. And we have also another part. We can open here and move this finger. We have two positions. One for accurate positions. You see it here. Okay. And one like this in the middle.
Whoa.
And then, of course, you can close it and it doesn't move.
Very good work. I have been wanting a more smooth and functional version of the gripper hand for 6 years. Suddenly, it's here. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, how is that? Will that print on in a FDM machine?
It can be. We printed at the beginning with FDF machine. Then people asked for better quality. So today, again, we are printing it in a commercial one, but you can print it, the parts, you can send all the design with FDM. It works wonderful. The issue is that today, at least in Israel, the tube here is black because so people asked us for a black end.
Understood.
So and a nice one, of course. So
Sure.
therefore, we went to commercial printing. It is not. It is empty inside. Okay. So it is not expensive, and at least in Israel. Okay. And we added these silicone parts, which are not a must, but depends on the person if he likes it or not.
Sure.
Some people say that it is not so nice, so they can take it off.
All right.
So this is a design that based on, and there is one more option. Let me show you. Sometimes they don't want to use all this issue, so you can also with the other end open it, put the glass, and
Yes.
then you hold it. So you have here many options.
Yes. Let me see the. Give me this view again.
This view?
Good. I got it. Yes. I just want to point out that on our device, the thumb sticks out a little bit more than is normal because you can then just sort of press it onto whatever you want.
Okay.
Like that. Maybe yours will do that also.
Again, here it depends on the spring.
Yeah.
People with the hook use usually very strong spring.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So therefore, they ask for a strong one. So this is relatively a strong one.
Got it.
At the beginning, we have something like you presented, and they didn't like it. They say, "Sorry, we need a stronger one." Because
well, that's very interesting. That's very interesting because the hook is a very powerful device, and so if they're used to the hook, that's what they want. Now, what is at the end of the thumb? You have an additional hook.
Yeah, you have two options. One that you can open it with the other end. Therefore,
yes.
Like this.
Oh, that's for your finger.
Sometimes they don't have all this facility because they don't, they would like to be free, especially in the Israeli summer, and so on. So they can open it like this. Otherwise, we have here a ring, and then.
Well, this is very exciting, Yoko. Now, and you're still using prosthetist-created sockets for the forearm?
One. Yeah, we are using the commercial ones. The only idea is that they can, within seconds, take off the hook and this part.
Understood.
So this part is exactly like the hook, so it enters into the same mechanism.
Great. Well, does this device have a name? This is
hook replacement, we call it, but
I'm going to call it the Neo Gripper.
I have to say that the hook from the functional point is still better.
I believe it.
Always they tell me, how can you use such a device and put and take off the keys from your pocket? Okay, you cannot. I would like to make it clear.
But in many parts of the world, the prime desire is for a natural looking hand.
Yeah.
And this goes a long way towards that. It goes farther than that, and it's got additional features that I really like. Well, Yaakov, is this design available?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where?
It is not one part, of course, but I see that now here you can see the small table.
Yes.
So you can open it, and
sure.
then if it is like that, the glass will not fall down.
Yes, we had that extension for our device also, exactly the same point. The glass, otherwise, it slides down gradually.
Exactly.
So, Yaakov, where do we find this design?
I'll ask our designer that all this work, it is, of course, you can understand few generations.
Of course.
So, I'll maybe we should put it in things givers. There are two designs. Okay, let me explain. One is for FDM, in which you can make it, lighter and so on.
Sure.
The other one is for this one, in which it is the commercial ones. It's not FDM, so we did it hollow inside. So it is hollow in order that the white will be still like the FDM.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I think both designs have got real promise around the world. I think this is a very exciting development.
Yeah, and then of course you need, of course, to put together. You have here about 5 parts, okay, something like that, and this one you buy it, okay, this part, and here it is a cable, and there is a design, of course, of the part at the edge in which you can use the standard mechanism.
Yep. Fantastic.
And this is so I'll ask Tvika, and together we shall put it so it will be usable. We shall put also this one. According to the people we are talking about, this one has a better potential, because this is a real problem. There is, we looked around, there is no solution yet. So the idea that you can put it, sorry, I have to open it. The idea that you can move it any direction, and the smartphone can be, like this or like this, as you like in the car. Even I'm not sure that maybe even tablet can be used here. I'm not sure about that, because as I said, the magnets are a commercial part. So we need to test it and see. But this is, again, very promising. There is one last thing that we did. This is the old model. We have now a better one, and this is for guitar. So we have now a new improved model that people without the hand can play the guitar. There are few people in Israel that started to play guitar because they got it. One of them now starts to play guitar in a band, a local band. So for us, usually we are putting these things in our Israeli website, but it is in Hebrew. but still all what we write there is not so important. The idea is that you can look on the videos and see the functionality.
Absolutely. Well,
So
I'm looking at Haifa 3D right now.
Yeah, in Facebook.
And it doesn't have pictures, but I do see that you have quite a bit there. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the status of Haifa 3D. I frankly haven't heard anything for quite some time, since the passing of our dear friend.
So let me. We are active, first of all. Okay. We have two labs these days in Haifa. One of them is in the Technion, the Technical Institute of Israel, and
Which I visited.
Sorry?
Which I visited.
Yeah, exactly. And in the Technion, we are working with mechanical engineering students, with electrical engineering students, with computer science students, and with others also. And each semester, we are suggesting projects, and people are doing projects. We have now one project which should be the prototype should be ready maybe beginning of next month, and this is a mechanism to operate electrically the hook, because more and more people are telling us that they have problems here, and here when they are operating the hook. So we saw that there was a few years ago a commercial solution. We analyzed that the problem with the commercial one was that the batteries and the engine, electrical motor were all close to the hook. And this, of course, is problematic. So we have a project in which the battery and the electrical motor will be, in a different place. Okay. It depends. We are still testing what is the optimal one. Okay, if it is on the back or if it is on the side, we should do a few tests when it will be ready. And the idea is that the operation will be exactly the same as it is today, but you need, you have sensors here, so a little bit, and then you operate the hook.
That's it's a great idea. It will, obviously it'll be useful for people with hooks as well as for people with your new device.
Yeah, this is the idea.
That's great. You'll use a Bowden cable to control it.
Yeah.
Great. I'm looking at your Facebook page, which, by the way, has some excellent videos of this device. And I'm embarrassed to say it hasn't been on my feed, and so I haven't seen all of the exciting work that you've been doing. I'm going to share my screen and ask you some questions if I can.
Of course.
So here we are. This is Haifa 3D, which I have just liked it, so I'll be able to catch up in the future. Here's the device you just talked about.
Yeah, this is the first prototype. You see, it is still white, and it was printed by FDM, my personal FDM printer.
Yeah.
Go back
what
one.
Is this?
I'll explain. If you go a little bit up, this guy, it is an Israeli guy that his sport is races with wheelchairs, and the issue was how to put gloves. It's not exactly gloves, because it should be something very strong, and we designed for him special gloves, printed by FDM, and it improves his speed about 2 miles per hour, and he is running
Really? So
marathon.
just by extending his reach.
Yeah,
Oh, but also to prevent friction on the hand. That's great.
yeah.
Okay, what's this?
Now, oh, what is this? Okay. In Hebrew, we call it kfafitz. It is not 3D printed, and therefore we didn't publish it yet. It is textile. Uh, the and this is today in Israel kind of commercial, even that they get it all without paying. Okay, but
Hmm.
we started to penetrate to the health community in Israel. The idea is that if you have a spastic end,
Understood. It
okay,
pulls it open.
yeah, and mechanically. Now, we got money, part of the money to develop it from the national insurance, okay, and we developed a product that is okay for the same one is good for the right end and for the left end, and when you first time you arrange it, the springs you can define the length for each finger
Hmm.
and the strength for each finger. So here, when we are saying that it is personal, it means for each finger.
Yes.
In Israel, only paramedical people can put it because if you are not doing it or matching it in the right way, it can also bring a damage. So
Understood.
therefore, we are very careful. So in Israel, in almost all the hospitals that have rehabilitation department, they started to use it. In some cases, it brings back, and you have a few videos like this. It brings back almost full functionality. In some cases, it only releases the pain. In some cases, it is good for the hygiene because you can wash your hands.
Understood. We worked on that problem for a year when I was at Rochester Institute of Technology. We didn't come up with anything sturdy enough to really do the job. So that's very exciting.
Yeah,
And
the issue.
this, how are you fabricating this now?
Uh, in order, let me talk a little bit about the history of this product. Okay, we started when the family of an Israeli veteran soldier that lost one end and the other end was spastic, asked for help with the spastic end. And this was a few years ago, about 8 years ago, and Yoav and myself, we defined a special team that will try to solve the problem. And and in this case, the end here is free because he didn't have another end. So the idea was that he can still fill with as far as possible open end or free end.
Sure, sure, sure.
Later on, we found that this is this is important for everyone. But this was I think that there is a video in the website also a few years ago that we developed. At the beginning, we started by taking a drawing of the end
Sure.
and stitching for each one. Later on, when we got the money, practically from the government,
Hmm.
we went to I think the leading textile designer in Israel, and we asked him few things. First of all, that left and the right end will be the same product. Second, that there will no need for too many measurements because before that we had to bring the people 2-3 times in order to complete it. And he came with this design. What you saw in the video is what we are calling medium size. The medium size is good for about 95%, at least in Israel. If you are not a basketball champion from one side or a child from the other side, you don't need the large and the small versions that we still have, but only few of them. We saw that it is almost there is no need for that.
Understood.
Now, what we are doing in Israel is, let's say we are in contact with an hospital. We are coming a team of 2 or 3 people. We give them a kind of a meeting, let's say, of about an hour and a half. We teach them how to match it, how to work with it. And later on, we give them at the beginning samples. Later on, they when they complete, the ones that they get, we send them new ones. So we are working with, as I said, most of the hospitals, and we are working also with, in Israel, it's called Kupat Cholim, means the clinics, but again, it's kind of public clinics like you have in the States. We are working with them. The budget that we got allowed us to manufacture more than 1,000 like that.
Wow.
So we are giving them for free. The idea is that it will be part of the Israeli medical system at the end of 2025, because they will become used to it, and then they will pay for it. And we have the designer, which is he has the contact. I think it was made in the kits were made in China. Okay, and so at the moment we have enough kits. When we shall finish them, we shall see what the solution. Maybe someone will, give the money to bring more few hundred or few thousand, or maybe they will pay for each time they will need, they will pay for it. We Haifa 3D, we are not going to be the guys that are spreading it later on when we shall finish what we have. The idea is that we shall get few percent from each sale like this, and this will give us the money to continue and develop this product. These days we are working to develop a version for children. It is very complicated, because with small hands, everything should be very small, and it is more problematic. We started to think about it. We, again, as a cooperation with Rambam Hospital in Haifa, and we shall see. Maybe we shall come with a better solution. Now, in the videos, you can see how they put it. Many of them can put it alone, using the other end. It is okay. They put the spastic end on a table, put it over and then use the scotch. Others, there are people that don't succeed to do it alone, and then someone that live with them or is doing the work.
Caregiver.
Yeah, but again, to be understood, okay, there is nothing with 3D printing here. It is textile.
Understood.
It is plastic springs, okay, and that's it.
All
now,
very interesting.
If you like, I can ship you, one kit. There is in YouTube. Again, it's in Hebrew, but today maybe with YouTube you can.
That's right. We can deal with that.
Yeah, there is